Good day. This podcast is brought to you by NWI LLC and NWI Educate. Today, myths about starting a business. Myth number 1 is you have to know what you're doing. You actually don't need to know exactly what you're doing to get started. Time has proven that continuously. From Magellan, Einstein, Madame Curie, Steve Jobs, and beyond, that has never been an exact plan of course for the course ahead. Just a general idea that something more is out there. Let your curiosity empower the myth that you have to know exactly what you're doing to get started. Myth number 2 is you have to have a full business plan. I personally don't like giant business plans. Something simple and effective that outlines your mission, vision, market tentpole effects, general data points around how you measure your success, and you should be good to go. I've witnessed many entrepreneurs get bogged down in the mud, insisting that they need a full business plan and start up their businesses, even going so far as to hire someone to write it and file for trademarks before they even begin. I'm of the philosophy that you should test out whether your business is even viable before you sink money into it. Get a solid 2 to 3 business page outline for your business and then go to work. Don't get trapped in business plan analysis paralysis. Myth number 3, you have to start at the right time. That's completely and totally wrong. The only timing that will ever be right is now. In fact, countless entrepreneurs have started their businesses at the worst possible times in history, the worst possible time in their personal life. Entrepreneur and podcaster Pat Flynn started his first online business after nearly simultaneously hearing the news that he's getting laid off and his wife is pregnant with their first child. No one would likely choose that high anxiety period in their life to start a business, but life tends to take us where we need to go. Microsoft was founded in 1975 near the end of the recession, later reincorporated in 1981 just as the recession of the 1980s kicks off. 2 horrible times to start a business. But that hasn't stopped Microsoft, success. There'll never be a right time. The only time is now. Myth number 4. You have to have a lot of money to get started. You don't need a lot of money to get started. There's a whole book by Eric Ries about why this is the case, called The Lean Startup. There are lots of ways to kick off your business without a bunch of capital. One of the best ways is to debunk this myth for yourself, is to start micro-testing your product or service either on the side or in small batches to scale your growth incrementally. Big chunks of capital might help you grow faster, but sometimes a slow and steady growth rate can help you stabilize and get your business legs underneath you while you wait for profit margins to grow. I highly recommend the book for ideas on how you can get started without spending a lot of money. You have to hire a staff is the 5th myth. This is one myth I quickly debunk. When I started my first business with my brother, staff is expensive to keep, cost to manage, and one of the biggest ways to have the biggest expenses in any business. The longer you can keep your business under your core leadership, the better. Also, in my experience, when you can outsource the agencies to freelancers, for most businesses that almost is always better. Keeping yourself free of staff overhead costs when you're starting a business will help you be successful. The final myth is you have to work 24/7. Entrepreneurs tend to work long hours most days. It's startup mode. That's simply what's required. However, you have to be aware not only of your cash burn rate as a startup company, but also as your personal burnout rate. If you grind yourself into the dust day after day without relief, you're going to get sick and unhealthy, and that's going to be an effect on your success. Don't have to work 24/7 to run a successful business. While you do need to work hard, there will definitely be periods of serious, intense work. You will also need periods of good sleep, good food, plenty of movement, and fun sometimes. I thank you very much and have a wonderful day.